A very good morning, and how are you all? Dear listeners, finally, I'm happy to be back with another video question answer series of Unit 39, a second one act play from Class 11's Compulsory English book. This play has the title A Sunny Morning. Students, let's begin. Turn to page 314, Understanding the Text. Answer the following questions. A. What makes Donna Laura think that Don Gonzalo is an ill-natured man? Why do neither Donna Laura nor Don Gonzalo reveal their true identities? Answer. When Donna Laura was feeding the pigeons in the park, Don Gonzalo appeared in the park and said to his servant that the bench on which the three priests were sitting belonged to him. This attitude appeared to Donna Laura as very unfair, and on top of that, he scared away the pigeons. Instead of apologizing, he talked to her in a very impolite way, so she thought that he was an ill-natured old man. Both of them did not reveal their true identities to each other, maybe because they didn't want to interfere in each other's present life. They both were married and had their personal lives. Also, their great curiosity and excitement to know each other better would be lost if they revealed their real self to each other so fast. Maybe they were afraid that if they did so, there would be a stop to their meeting in the park. They wanted to meet again and open up each other's secrets of life one by one slowly, which means they wanted to keep the light burning. B. At what point of time do you think Laura and Gonzalo begin to recognize each other? Answer. During their conversation in the park, Don Gonzalo says that he was a great friend of Campoamor. He had met him in Valencia and he was a native of that city. He was brought up there and he had spent his youth there. When he takes the name of that city, Valencia, they both begin to recognize each other. Then Donna Laura says that not far from Valencia, there was a villa which carried great memories of her. She had spent several seasons there, and it was many, many years ago. That villa was near the sea, hidden away among lemon and orange trees, and they called it Marcella. At this point, they come to recognize each other very well. C. When does Donna Laura realize that Don Gonzalo was her former lover? Answer. When Don Gonzalo tells her that he was the native of Valencia City, she says that many years ago she had spent several seasons in a villa called Marcella, which was near Valencia City. Then Don Gonzalo recognizes her as his past lover. But he does not reveal this truth to her and acts as if he does not know her. Then he acts out and tells the story to Donna Laura. He says that although he has grown old, he has not forgotten that in that villa the most beautiful woman had lived, and her name was Laura Lauret. When he takes her name, Donna Laura is highly taken aback. They look at each other intently. At this point, Donna Laura realizes that Don Gonzalo was her former lover. D. Why do Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo spin fictitious stories about themselves? Answer. When meeting after such a long time, maybe they felt very nervous and awkward to open up or reveal themselves to each other. By spinning those fictitious stories about themselves, they could find a lot about each other what had happened to them after they separated. They could also hear each other highly praising or talking about one another. This actually made the situation exciting and romantic for both of them. Maybe each guessed that the other didn't know that he or she was creating a fictitious story, but both had recognized each other and both were pretending as if they didn't know each other. Also, it could be the reason that they could not open themselves to each other because at present both of them had their own personal lives. E. How do Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo feel about each other? Answer. Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo both still loves each other very much. It was their good faith that they got to meet each other once more in their life after 22 years of separation. Both were very happy and excited to see and listen to each other. They even promised to meet each other the next day in the same place. Now, reference to the context. A. Look at the extract below and answer the questions that follow. Yes, you are only 20. She sits down on the bench. Oh, I feel more tired today than usual. Noticing Petra, who seems impatient. Go if you wish to chat with your guard. Number 1. Who is the speaker? Answer. Donna Laura is the speaker. Number 2. Who does you refer to? Answer. You refers to Donna Laura's maidservant, Petra. Number 3. Who is the guard the speaker is talking about? Answer. The speaker is talking about the guard of the park. B. Read the given extract from the play and answer the questions that follow. Donna Laura indignantly, look out! Don Gonzalo, are you speaking to me, Senora? Donna Laura, yes, to you. Don Gonzalo, what do you wish? Donna Laura, you have scared away the birds who were feeding on my crumbs. Don Gonzalo, what do I care about the birds? Donna Laura, but I do. Don Gonzalo, this is a public park. Number 1, who is Donna addressing to saying look out? When Donna Laura says look out, she is addressing it to Don Gonzalo. Number 2, what was Donna doing? Answer, Donna was feeding breadcrumbs to the pigeons in the park. Number 3, who scared the birds? Are they pet birds? Answer, Don Gonzalo scared away the birds. They were not pet birds. They just came to the park to feed on the breadcrumbs offered by the visitors. Number 4, where are the speakers at the time of the conversation? Answer, the speakers were in the park at the time of the conversation. Number 5, what is the effect of flashback in the play when Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo knew that they were the lovers in the past? Answer, as the effect of flashback in the play, the audience were able to know that this old couple were actually past lovers who were unwillingly separated 22 years ago due to unfortunate circumstances. Number 6, discuss how the play is built around humor and irony. Answer, the play is built around humor and irony. At various points, it is able to make the audience laugh, like when they meet in the park and fight for the bench. Both appear very impolite and quarrelsome, arguing about small matters. They are always criticizing each other, trying to put each other down. The humor and irony in the play reaches its highest level when they recognize each other as past lovers, but still does not reveal their true identity to one another. They introduce themselves as the cousin and a close friend of the lovers, and on top of that, both of them makes up beautiful stories about their own deaths, glorifying themselves and their love, when in reality they are still alive, sitting next to each other. This is least expected by the audience, and this adds great excitement and flavor to the play. Number 7. How is the title A Sunny Morning justifiable? Discuss. Answer. The title A Sunny Morning is quite suitable and justifiable to this play, as it is a hot and sunny morning time in the park when the two lovers meet each other for the first time after being separated for 22 years due to unfortunate circumstances. So, this sunny morning is a symbol of fresh beginning of new life to these lovers. Morning is the beginning of the day, which is full of hope, optimism, and reunion. Reference beyond the text. Students, I want to remind you once more, you can give your own personal opinions in the answers to these questions. So your answers can be very different from mine. A. What do you predict will happen in the next meeting between Dona Laura and Don Gonzalo? Discuss. My answer. I think in the next meeting of Dona Laura and Don Gonzalo, they will tell the truth to each other, revealing their true self to one another. After all, they are also human beings. After recognizing each other as past lovers who were so passionate about each other, they cannot continue for long hiding their identity and pretending to be someone else. After revealing their true self to each other, I think they will forgive each other and will respect each other more for continuing with their life. At this age, I think even a stronger bond of friendship and togetherness will develop between them, which will be highly appreciated and regarded by their spouses and their family members in the future. This is my prediction. B. Was it wise for Dona Laura and Don Gonzalo to keep their identities secret? How might their secrets affect future meetings? My answer. No, I don't think it is wise for Dona Laura and Don Gonzalo to keep their identities secret for a long time in the long run, because now that both of them have already recognized each other very well in spite of their fabricated false stories of their deaths, at one time of their life they were passionate lovers. They have been separated due to some misfortunate circumstances for the past 22 years, and now luckily they happen to meet each other again. So they should open up to each other and reveal their true self to prove their self-worth, that is, of being a real human being. If you are a true person, you cannot pretend yourself to be someone else for long. You have to present yourself as the real person or the true person. Then only you'll be respected and highly regarded by the other person. You can never be happy by faking yourself. See, write the summary of the play. Students, this is at the front part of this video. Just go through the introduction of the play. You'll get your answer there. So this is all for today, students. Hope you have a good day. Bye-bye and see you.